This island located in Russia was discovered in the early 1900s. Since then, the island has become abandoned and hasn't had any life living on it for years. When you find the island on Google Maps, it seems like a piece of the island is blurred in a strange way. The whole island isn't blurred, which means it could be a camera glitch, which isn't common. It could also mean the photo was altered and the island holds a secret that shouldn't be viewed by the public's eyes. This could also be the reason the island is now abandoned so many years after it was discovered. This national park actually acts as a natural wildlife reserve. This isn't just any wildlife reserve either, as it holds endangered animals in hopes to preserve them for years to come. The reserve stretches to be 400 miles long, and all 400 miles can't be viewed on Google Earth due to censorship. This is especially weird since the reserve is made public and features several hiking trails. This means that the park may be hiding something that is only viewable from the bird's eye view above the park, something hikers can't see right in front of them. This oil refinery has been completely replaced by a green censorship bar on Google Earth. This seems strange, as the oil refinery is a business, and this makes it seem like they are hiding something there. The company that owns the oil refinery is known as MOL and is a company based out of Hungary. There have been no statements from MOL on the censorship of their facility on Google Earth. Many speculate that the company is just being paranoid about their company secrets and wanted to hide their facility on Google Earth to avoid any unwanted attention. Little did they know this censorship has made them even more popular. This one may not be very surprising to many, as North Korea is a very secretive nation. Up until recently, the entirety of North Korea was hidden away behind censorship, but now only certain areas are hidden. You can even take to Google Street View and walk through North Korea as if you were there. The area is still much more censored than most places, and you won't be able to see anything of interest that North Korea doesn't want you to see. There are obvious secrets here that are being kept hidden even on the virtual globe known as Google Earth. Google Earth and Google Street View are known to censor not only places but also faces. The Google car that travels through different areas to capture the pictures that help build the world, of course, will run into a bunch of people. Therefore, they have to censor them due to people stealing identities and overall security. Google has set up an automatic blurring system that will blur any face it sees, and that means any. A KFC that featured their prominent mascot Colonel Sanders had a censorship of their own when the mascot's face was blurred because Google mistook the face for an actual person's. Props to the graphic designer on that one. Valencia City, located in the Philippines, is one of those cities that you wouldn't expect to be on a list like this. It is like putting San Francisco on the list. Valencia City is a bustling city with thousands of residents residing in it. So why is over half the city censored on Google Earth? Many speculate that the city used to be a site for a missile testing location, but many of these rumors were put to rest. Therefore, the only logical explanation that remains is the satellite cameras were glitching, or there is something paranormal in the city. It is very unlikely that a satellite would mistakenly blur a whole city, so it seems like it may be the latter. If you are hovering over Spain in Google Earth, you may find this large black bar laying on top of a large part of Spain. Underneath this large censorship is a secret air surveillance base. This was uncovered when hackers were able to remove the censorship from the image on Google Earth. Many speculators believe this to be a cover-up to something even more mysterious. It is worth noting that during the 70s, this airbase was the location of many UFO sightings. Perhaps the airbase is trying to cover up more than just their safety. If you hover over the Washington and Oregon border in the northwestern part of the U.S., you may find a small black box along the border. This seems like a strange place to censor, and as soon as this came out, people began speculating. One of the most popular reasons to be rumored was the involvement of FEMA, Federal Emergency Management Agency, and was thought to be a base of theirs. However, people have traveled to the area in real life and found nothing but the empty terrain in the area. So is there anything of importance that is hidden there, or was this just a camera malfunction? There was an ongoing case located in Wyoming about a missing man. The only thing investigators had to go off of was the picture of the man's license and his license plate. The investigation wasn't getting anywhere fast, and it seemed to be at a dead end for a while. That is until an image surfaced on Google Maps that revealed the location of said man. His car was seen at the bottom of a small pond not too far from where he was suspected to go missing. The case was closed, and his family finally had peace as to what happened to the man. This entry is quite the opposite of every other one on the list. While this area doesn't feature any censorship, it very well should. This island is located off the southeast coast of China and was owned and operated as a secret military base by the Taiwanese government. The government put in a censorship request to have the island censored on Google Earth. However, something went wrong along the way and Google failed to censor the island. Now it is visible to the public, and it isn't a secret military base anymore. If you are browsing Google Earth and see a large black area around Canada, don't be alarmed. Under the censorship is a part of Baker Lake. This lake is rumored to be part of Canada's nuclear controversy. Others speculate that the area is home to several beacons which are rumored to hold extraterrestrial life forms. Since the area is large and spotty, many people believe that the area is just a glitch from the satellite cameras. However, we have already seen the same type of censorship on other censored areas of Google Earth. Therefore, there is probably something darker going on at this lake. Chekhov is a small city in Russia, and it doesn't have a lot going on in or near it. Therefore, why is it blurred out on Google Earth? Many have put on their investigation hats and taken to Street View and traveled into and around the city to try and figure out the mystery behind the censorship. Many believe the reasoning is a secret underground tunnel that leads to one of Russia's most important government buildings. It is said that this tunnel was used for soldiers in World War II to traverse Russia and not have to suffer from the cold temperatures. The Valkel Air Base is located in the Netherlands and is said to house nuclear weapons. This is probably why the area is censored on Google Earth with a large black censor bar. However, the story doesn't end there, as the Netherlands government has denied these rumors of the airbase holding nuclear weapons. Many speculate that the blacked out location is where much of the base's weapons are held, whether nuclear or not. They are censoring this section of the airbase to secure their safety and others around the base. A phantom island is known as an island that had once appeared on a map and has since disappeared off of more modern maps. Seemingly, these islands disappear over time and no one really knows why. Sandy Island is one of these islands, and it is located in the Coral Sea. The supposed Sand Island was discovered in the 1700s by a pirate captain voyaging the Coral Sea. However, where is the island now? Likely due to the ocean levels rising, the island is likely still there, just not visible to the normal eye. The city of Babylon is one of the biggest and most rich with history in Iraq. So why did Google decide to blur the images on Google Earth? The vast history behind the city makes it stand out as one of the greatest cities in Iraq, and many find it to be disrespectful that Google Earth would blur out such a city. Many people speculate that it is the history itself that is the reason parts of Babylon are censored. Not all of the history has been uncovered from this ancient city, and the censorship could deter people from exploring the area and finding things for themselves.